They got the big screen at Daly's place behind the ramp. They had some kind of wacky graphic going on there with flashing lights flying around. And I spent the entire show thinking fans were throwing garbage into the ring and realizing it was only graphics on the background screen. That was distracting.
Kenny Omega's going to turn, and he's going to be destroying the Hangman, and the Young Bucks are going to make the save for the Hangman. And you're going to turn Kenny Omega and get Hangman and the Young Bucks back together all in one angle.
They told like a historical story of tag team wrestling in this match. They covered my life as a tag team wrestling fan here by hitting the key moves of all the great tag teams of the past 30 years in order.
I was into this match for 28 minutes. 12,000 seconds or whatever it was. 1,200 seconds, however many it was. Every instant I was into this match. I'm going to make everybody very upset at me. So before you get upset, just listen very carefully, okay? They're not the same guy. But I think that Nick Jackson may be the closest that I have ever seen that does that Shawn Michaels style that I grew up loving and always wanted to do and was always just waiting for somebody else to come along and please do it because Shawn's out of here. And I think it's Nick Jackson. And that's the fucking highest praise I think I can give anybody.
Savage is behind him, so Hogan can't see this at all. But Savage is doing the slow burn point, brother.
This did massive business. I mean,
yes.
As soon as Randy Savage turned, this fucking company was on fire. Savage is heel champion, Hogan chasing him. The fucking buy rate for this WrestleMania was through the roof. I mean, this was fucking big time. When the show first starts, Vinny's he's all ready to go, and then by about 4 questions in, your video looks totally like a mugshot right now.
Vinny looks like a walking mugshot. What are you talking about?
He does right now, actually. What do they call it when all the guys in the mugshot stand in the line?
A lineup?
A lineup. It was that guy! The guy in the red!
An American rock band best known for performing the songs of Led Zeppelin in a reggae style as sung by a Las Vegas Elvis impersonator.
Wow.
Yeah, a lot going on there.
Hey, hey, mama said the way you move.
Hey.
Elvis is here.
Undertaker versus Great Khali.
Oh, my God.
I sure miss those old bong of Undertaker coming in. Warrior gives Undertaker 5 tombstones.
Warrior give the Undertaker 5 tombstones. Okay, I'm going to go find this match and I'm going to watch it later.
Okay, that gave that a 7, and I'm done. You guys drive me crazy.
Mm-hmm. She starts messing with his hair, his toupee.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Austin shows up. And
so they're in the shower, and Austin shows up, and he just peeks his head over the wall.
Yeah, looks over the wall, and he says, dude, we got to talk about the invasion. I put the $20 bill in. I hit the button for the cookie. The cookie falls out. And then all of a sudden, $19.50 fucking cents in quarters. Bro, have you ever got $19.50 in quarters?
Worst night at the male strip club ever.
There's just fucking quarters all over, spilling all over the floor like Scrooge McDuck jumping into fucking money.
And Shane comes out and does a promo, welcome to WCW, and everyone goes, boo!
There were a few boring chants. There were a couple this match sucks chants. They booed a lot. But it was like 95% of the Roman Reigns matches I saw between like 2015 and 2020, it was fucking way worse than this.
If you watch the entire episode, you realize these guys were screwed from the moment they woke up that day. Hey, Brian.
Yes?
Should we talk about fantasy football?
Don't even tell me I lost to fucking Filthy Tom.
Tom Lawler beat you.
I lost to Tom?
Yes.
I lost to fucking Tom who ain't even... And he's got COVID! With the news shows kind of back to normal, and AEW coming off the pay-per-view, they would be way up. Some people were even predicting mid-9s, but it didn't do that.
Leon Ruff, your new WWE NXT North American champion.
I hate to say it, but we needed a Vince McMahon here to say, bro, Vince, Russo, we're not doing this idea. But there was no Vince McMahon here, and so Vince Russo went through with his idea, and this fucking thing made television.
A dragon begins to circle the arena on the TV screens. Circle the arena.
What in God's name is going on?
For those of you who have seen the original Scream, in that movie, there were 2 killers.
Yeah. I'm watching a wrestling show where I'm supposed to believe that all these fucking wrestlers are tough. And he's sitting here telling me that they're not. And it pisses him off that they're not tough, but they're pretending they are. I was like, what?
That's exactly what happened.
That's what happened. I'm sure it sounded good on paper, but when you fucking think about it, it's like, this is straight out of Vince Russo. This is going to make people mad doing a comparison like this, but he is very much, in some ways, like The Rock. Because he can fucking talk about anything.
Yes.
And it's good.
When Karrion Kross got hurt, he was obviously going to be on the shelf for a long, long time. And when Finn Balor got hurt, I think they were hopeful he'd be back by now. And it hasn't worked out that way. And I guess we'll find out next week if he'll be back anytime soon.
Where the fuck is Undisputed at? Like, is everything okay? I'm not trying to do any sort of cryptic statement or anything. I don't know anything because nobody tells anybody anything.
Right.
But when I see people that have just vanished off the face of the fucking earth and they're big stars, I mean, it is a little worrisome.
Cutting promos is really, really hard. If you don't believe me, just ask poor Jade Cargill. It wasn't the worst promo I ever saw by a long shot. It was not very good.
She storms out on the stage and she says, "Who told you it was open mic night, bitch?"
Yep.
Cuts a promo on her, calls her a heifer, tells her to get her bitch ass out of here. This was the best promo of Brandy's career.
I agree.
By like 1,000.
They first mentioned the name of Shaquille O'Neal, who debatably would be the most famous person to ever appear on the show, besides Mike Tyson, the other one you could argue. Then Brandy buried, what the hell's her name? Jade. Is that
Jade,
right? Jade.
yes,
Brandy buried
Jade.
Jade. Then Brian Cage showed up. Then Darby Allin showed up. Then Ricky Stark showed up. And then Will Hobbs showed up. And you may have forgotten they even mentioned Shaq's name. So no, this is not how I would have done this.
Kenny Omega is Eddie Haskell. He's so clearly an absolute dick. It's like you can see the dick behind everything he says, but he's trying so hard to not be a dick. You know what I mean?
Oh, I do, yeah. And Red goes for the running kick, and Ty dodges, but Red slaps her leg anyway, and then takes a bump and falls down, and everyone looks at each other for a while.
That one was definitely bad.
Yeah, a thumbs down for this match, I'm afraid.
Beating the shit out of each other and mask tearing and violence. And the announcers are all worried. My God, one of the greatest tag teams of all time. They're breaking up before our eyes. And he's like, I love it.
The Bastard Pack is back. The Bastard returns. He comes out just shredded like he's carved out of marble. Just looks awesome.
Well, it's time to vote, Vinny, and I think it's pretty easy here. I mean, anybody voting for NXT? I'm not.
Not on this show, I don't believe. No,
Okay.
AEW was better, clearly.
It was clearly the superior program. It also did better in the ratings. Anytime that NXT does a great rating, like we happen to lean towards that show. They want to bring the ratings up. I mean, I don't know how to say this without sounding like a dick, but put on better shows.